Alrighty, and that is live. Lobby is up, info is up to the captains. We'll get predictions up and going between Instinct B and Elon Car Sub-Par. Elon Car Sub-Par having been on the stream many times throughout the circuits. Instinct B, I am going to do a quick check afterwards because I do recognize the name. I can spell everything right. So we do have predictions up. So this is one of the things I talked about it a little bit earlier, where, you know, I like to do the bit of a pre-show to talk about stuff, you know, what to expect, what to go on. It is wink number one. I don't have any stats to talk about. Everything is going to be established here. It's going to happen right now. It's Spunky Donkey. It's going to recognize handsome mugs anywhere. What a name to respond with that statement. I like it. I like it. We are taking a look through it. Should be good to go. We do have players in for, believe it to be Instinct B, Derek Convict, and Agonized Andy ready in the lobby. We'll get the Elon Car Sub-Par folks in here in just a moment. No, that's true. I will do a double check here. Elon Car, I want to see how many times they've been on this channel. I said it has been several times. We have tonight. And it's picking up other things that I'm looking for. This is the third time, I believe, that they've been on the channel, so I'm excited for it. Yo, Galaxy, hello. What is this? Coming and dropping 1,000, my goodness. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. I'm sorry I don't have an actual, like, an alert for that. You can't think, I don't know what to tell you to vote for, to be honest. Souls, welcome to the stream as well. All good. See, mom picked me up. I've seen that before. It's been Vaughn as well. What is going on here? Did I miss something? Am I like checking an alert not pop up when I wasn't paying attention? Vaughn, thank you as well. Every time someone like cheers something, I'm like, crap, I need to make the alerts for it, and then I don't because I'm bad. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Very much appreciated. Gonna keep dropping. What streamer should I visit next? We'll take a look. I'll pull up while we're waiting for the teams to get in. Let's see who else is live right now. I like suggesting people to head on over to other IGL casters. As you can see, my screen just blast out my face. So the other ones that we have right now, I would say head on over to HUDX, HUDX. I've casted with him before. He's done some work with circuitry. I would recommend it there. Otherwise, Trippin is also live. He does a lot of fantastic casting. Not to be biased, there are a handful of other IGL casters that are on right now. I would recommend any of them. But no, that's super cool. Honestly, that's tickling me. That's yeah. I'll put the link in chat here as well. HUDX56. He is. I gotta mute so his stuff doesn't just come in. Yeah, here's the link. I'm gonna get yelled at by my own chat rules. There's the link over to HUDs. No, yeah, thank you so much. That's awesome, guys, for real. What's up, Wavy? Hope you're doing well as well. We're getting ready for this next one. No links, no links. Gigantic says no links. I say, it's my chat. I do what I want. This is my channel. Gotta warm up. That's true, Wavy. You're playing in that too. Wavy's cracked. That's what the only thing that has kind of bummed me out a little bit about my availability is best for Tuesday, Thursday for doing IGL. They also have the Invitational going on at the same time, which is fantastic. Let's be real. So selfish, not for the people. Gigantic, this is all for the people. Everything that goes into the stream, any subs, bits, donations, everything goes back into trying to improve this. It could be things like, I benefit from it too, like a better mic or something like that. But it goes into running like assets and stuff in the background. It goes into, like my stream deck so I can make production better without having to figure other ways to do it. And I legitimately do mean that. Everything I get out of it I put back into the stream. So very, very much appreciated, everybody. But Gigantic, you are wrong there. But I will take a look here, make sure everything is good to go. Just make sure everything's good here for Elon Car Sub-Par. We said we did chat a little bit earlier to make sure it's good to go, and I just wanted to make sure they got the info for it. Everything should be good. They should be here in a second. That's true. Wavy is in the... Wavy, are you in any of the IGL divs? I know you're in the Invitational. I couldn't remember if you were in one of the leagues or not. See if I got another cough drop up here, but I think I'm out. We'll get Elon Car Sub-Par in. While we do wait, we can pull up the last time Elon Car Sub-Par were on stream was fall 2021, so it has been a little bit. They played against TC Haxalotl's Revenge. That was back in November. They took a 3-0 win over Haxalotl's Revenge. Previously, we saw them back in August, so it had been a bit. August 28th. And they played against Circuitry Gaming. Crimson was still a thing the last time, or the first time Elon Car was on stream. And Circuitry Crimson got the win there. So we're getting players on into the lobby. And I can stop looking at stats. I do take a lot of notes on a lot of stats because you get get info. I see the clip. I think I did in Elective. I know which one you're talking about. I have to give the captains, or the players, everybody, the go-ahead. We're not going to talk just about the captains. We're going to talk about everybody on the pitch. This matchup, this Tier 3 matchup between these two teams about to kick off. Instinct B in the blue, Elon Car Sub-Par in the orange. Tier 3 Division 14 Week 1 of the Indy Gaming League Spring Circuit 2022 off to a hot start. Elon Car Sub-Par already up onto the offense, looking to try to get the win streak going. But Instinct B coming back on the attack. We'll get a bit of a free touch here from, we'll go with Brady. If I get that wrong. If anybody in chat, if I get any of the pronunciations wrong, please tell me, because I try to get better and I'm not perfect. And Ballin, if you can watch the VOD tomorrow, or you can watch it in 1440p on YouTube, when I probably on Saturday upload it. I want to do a little bit of the editing to the front and back first. I'm excited. You're all good, Ballin. The Instinct B, Elon Car Sub-Par, Tier 3 3v3. A very solid tier overall. You're looking at that Champ 1, Champ 2 for the peak player on these teams. What gets really interesting about this range is you start to see this nice mix of mechanics, of rotations, of game sense. Some players very good at the mechanics with the rotations, not quite there. Some with the game sense, much better. Archangel showing a little bit of shot placement on the follow through. They'll get the first one on for Elon Car Sub-Par. You really, once you hit like tier 4, if we're gonna be frank, especially once you hit to like the tier 3, these are players, they have a lot of time into the game. If you're in these ranks and you sign up for like an Indy Gaming League or something like that, you're really committing to trying to get better one way or another. And those skills, you're gonna find them. You're gonna get them. And I'm gonna get a strain for reaching for jokes like that. But alas, 90 seconds into game number 1, Elon Car Sub-Par still holding on to the 1-0 lead. It will take a brief jaunt back on defense as Instinct B looking to try to equalize. Brady take it to the sky. Tesser coming in along the ground, trying to find a hole in the Instinct B defense, but we look at a powerful touch out. Archangel looking to send one down. Agonized Andy setting out the clear. 2 minutes into game number 1. Still have a couple of moments left on the predictions if anybody wants to use the first 2 minutes as an advantage. Try to have a little bit of background knowledge. Normally have the season stats, but today we'll go with the first half or so of game 1. A couple of demos coming out as well, some physicality as teams starting to find each other on the pitch one way or another. I'm not going to do the joke again, I promise. I'm not that bad. Bit of an awkward situation there, though, for the Elon Car defense. Agonized Andy throwing some agony onto the orange squad. He'll put it over to the mid. Looked like he was trying to get a pass, but Brady rotating back through. inadvertent touch. It looked like he was trying to make a play up onto the back wall, but it was in front of the net. So last all tied up, but halfway into game number 1. Elon Car right back up onto the offense. Tesser doing well back behind midfield to be there as the third man in case of an outlet pass. Did well to bring this back upfield. Convict will leave this one over for Agonized Andy. Archangel looking to run a bit interference upfield, looking for that pass. Derek will cut this off as well, trying to get a bump leading upfield. Convict sets up the dribble with the Lamborghini, shows the agility, and Derek will showcase the aeriality of the Octane. His instinct B picking up the passing play. Convict finding Derek, finding a 1-goal lead. A little bit more than 2 minutes left in game number 1. Let's go, Vaughn. You can get a little bit of a sneak peek. Off the ensuing kickoff, Tesser trying to get it over to the mid. Brady will collect it. Needs to get it past Convict as well. Looking for the follow-up touch. Will get it centered. Archangel will get the read on the defense. And as soon as the lead was gathered by Instinct, Elon Car Sub-Par come firing back. Brady getting the nice follow-up touch. Archangel full commit and will get that challenge right in front of the net. And a commit that you absolutely in 3 is much safer to do than in say 2s or forbid 1s. But we'll see a solid answer back here. Archangel will call it a back pass. A little scary there for the Elon Car's defense as they'll look to work their way back upfield. We approach the 90-second mark. Convict looking for the backwards doink. Didn't quite get the touch they're looking for. Brady's going to send it from downtown. This one may be dangerous, but Derek rising to the occasion. Tesser looking to lob it up, and Archangel will take to the skies. Picks up the 3rd goal, not just for themselves, but for Elon Car Sub-Par. The lead been traded back and forth throughout game 1. 84 seconds left on the clock. Both teams, they're coming out very quickly on the offense. They're playing aggressive. They're confident on the challenges. They're not waiting. I'm not going to say not waiting patiently. The timing on the challenges have been rather solid. What's up, Peach? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Isha, the captain of my team, and a much better player than me. When I don't play, he wins a lot more. The final minute of game number 1. Agonized Andy's going to look to try to run a bit of interference to try to give some hesitation to the defense. And Convict will come through and get the goal. Take another look at this angle to see it. Agonized Andy's just owning the space, making sure nobody can rotate through. And Convict more than happy to put that one on target, tying us up. Less than a minute to go in game 1. Tesser looking to come in off the cheat, sets up a bit of a hesitation dribble, gets past the first on the challenge, but 2 saves being recorded by the Instinct B defense. Agonized Andy looking to follow through as well. Tesser clearing it out. Convict keeping it down to the corner, gets it past Tesser, wants the challenge onto Brady, and we'll get the dead ball challenge, goes the way of the Fennec. Archangel, 3/4 tank, trying to set up the dribble, pass 1, pass 2, can he get past 3? No, Convict will get the read and then some, immediately flipping it. Elon Car had the momentum going forward with a power touch there from Convict to stymie out the transition. We'll get down to the final 15 seconds. Agonized Andy challenging. And Brady looking to take to the skies. Derek's the 3rd one back, gets the read. Final 10, Tester putting it out of the back wall, looking for the follow-up. Andy coming across into the near post. Getting the deep touch downfield. Convict looking to put it away. Convict will not be able to get there in time. Archangel gets the save. And overtime in game number 1. Pisha, I agree. Solid gameplay. Absolutely. Tier 2 potential. We are in Tier 3. Based off the first game, this is going to be a good circuit for both squads, but they are going to have to get past each other immediately. Bit of an over pursuit on offense there from Elon Car Sub-Par, but the shot won't be there. Convict nearly able to get it. Derek also. Instinct B will head back over to the midfield. And Archangel and Brady both collecting. Convicts to get this to drop down back wall, but a touch off on the waterfall. Tesser will put it off to the opposite corner. Derek picking up the boost steal, looking for bumps, looking for demos. Will get a bit of a nudge onto Archangel on the far post. Agonized Andy's pinch will go out. Agonized Andy putting it onto the near side, trying to get the recovery, but Tester doing so well, rotating back to put it over into the corner. We'll have to continue to fight back from this position. The offense from Instinct B is applying so much pressure. They haven't been able to quite get it. Brady up to Archangel, over to Tester, onto the back wall. But it will bounce out a minute into game number 1 overtime. This is right back to a fantastically balanced match. Tester continues. I love playing it over to that corner. We'll pick up a save on the follow through. Looking to get a bump as well. Going for a bit of bully ball along that side wall. Pinched up from the challenge, Archangel and Convict. Brady's looking for the shot. Brady is going to get it, but pinched out by Agonized Andy and by Derek. Agonized Andy picking up the Savior medal. Brady will not make contact. Tester, Derek both sprinting to it. Derek there first. Derek gets demoed. Derek don't care. Derek gets the win. And Instinct B has survived 97 seconds of extra play. But Instinct B take game number 1 in a series that I really hope continues to be this close. Plenty of shots coming out as well. I'll be honest, not as many as I thought. So much of the play happening in the midfield. 8 from Instinct, and my apologies, and 7 from Elon Car Sub-Par. 3 saves compared to the 5. Very solid game number 1. And a lot of assists coming out as well. Elon Car Sub-Par getting assists on all of their goals. And half of them from Instinct B getting assisted as well. So once you get into the 3v3 mentality, you have a lot more room to start working the pitch, working the field. The defense is getting in the way. You can set up the demos, set up the passes, and find new ways around the oppositions. Find ways forward in the series as well. Instinct B doing so in game number 1. They'll look to do so here again in game 2. Elon Car Sub-Par looking to get onto the board first. A quick jaunt up onto the offensive half off the kickoff. Agonized Andy wants none of it. It will send it back across the midfield. Gets a bounce up in front of the net as well. Tester, again, getting a lot of consistent contact onto those flyaway touches. That's a skill in and of itself right there. If Tester can go from there and start getting those to be passes, Tester is, I will call it right now, is going to be one of the best defenders in Tier 3. He's already getting great touches back on the shadow, but turning into passes would just bring it up to just a totally next level. And speaking of, Tester finding Brady, looking to get the follow-up as well. Nearly the 1-2-3. We may see the 1-2-3-4 will be caught out. Derek slow plays it. Derek will be saved by Archangel. Agonized Andy will rotate through. Derek with the flare. Agonized Andy with the punctuation at the end of it. I did think Derek was going to get it with that bit of a hesitation, a bit of a slowdown, the change-up. And Agonized Andy committing to the play, knowing that with that slower velocity, if it's going to be saved in a situation like that, it's going to bounce out in front of the net. And Agonized Andy, no agonization over that challenge. They'll put Instinct B on the board. And we'll take another trip up into the offense. This time, Andy being saved by Brady. It's Convict trying to set it up over to the mid. Archangel, a bit of a soft touch. Brady there to get the challenge up into the ceiling. Tester upfield over Brady. We've seen that connection a couple of times now. And Archangel's going to take the shot, but this one's off the near post. Andy returning the favor onto Brady, this time saving his. We're going to see Convict out of the back wall, trying to set up the pass over to Andy. He's breaking into a foot race. Some boomer ball. As Derek, this one's going to be very close. Archangel does not want to leave it to chance. It'll pick up the save as he's rotating back through. Derek trying to get it past Tester. Andy again in relief. Andy playing a very solid second man so far this series. Tester looking to do a bit of it all. Tester getting the 50, getting the calculated challenge in the blue zone. We'll take another look at it. He gets the follow-up touch here. Andy going in for the clear. This one rolling into the net. Nothing you can do there from the defensive perspective. You come out on the challenge and you see it just roll on in. And more or less helpless to watch, but Instinct B continue to play well as well. Nothing helpless about them. It's 2 minutes gone here in game number 2. All tied up. Instinct B up in the series. And we'll be back in defense, however. Convict looking to bring it across to the midfield line. Tester looking to rip it up over the top. Brady with a great challenge. This one is going to be potentially on target, and Brady with the reads. And Brady, this one truly a little bit more calculated to get that challenge onto Andy. Bounces back on target. One of those challenges that for a very, very brief window in the ranks are more consistent than you think they would be. It doesn't last long, I will say that. That ego challenge up in the offensive zone, putting it onto the wall to get the rebound on, I say it's worth going for. And I say that, and I'm not a coach, probably for good reasons. Past halftime, Elon Car Sub-Par holding on to the 1-goal lead, looking to try to equalize the series. They look to take it out of their half. Brady low and boost, picks up a refill in the midfield line. Archangel will try to set up a back pass, will be a bit tricky. Tester's going to throw the trickery in as well, baiting out the challenge from the offense so we can get the touch back, but Derek finding the gap in the defense. Elon Car Sub-Par going for a bit wider rotations. They're trying to get boost, trying to get some room to work with, and Derek pouncing on Tester's shot and finding the gap between Archangel and Brady as they're getting back into the defensive zone. Less than 2 minutes onto the clock. Both teams finding ways to make it work. And this one will be unfortunate for Elon Car. He's off of the kickoff, a couple of demos through the smoke. We'll see Archangel trying to get it back over to the other corner. Multiple players for Instinct B coming down that left side. And Archangel trying to bring it on over to the right to keep it out of harm's way, but not quite enough behind it. The lead will be ceded over to Instinct B. They will look to push the advantage. Convict onto the back wall, looking to take advantage of that real estate. Tester's going to go for a catch, goes for the air dribble, gets the dunk onto Derek. Convict puts it up to the ceiling, will throw Tester off foot just for a moment, putting the pass at a clutch demo from Derek onto Brady to keep him out of the way, to keep him from coming through with a follow-up shot. But this one challenged out onto the side as well. Convict able to get back. Archangel is hunting the bump to try to keep the save away. And a lot of these plays, the way they're developing, players are not getting credited with any of the in-game stats for it, which really is a shame because there's some cerebral gameplay going on. A couple of hiccups developing of the players. They're responding rather well to it. Brady! Derek! What a save! And Archangel looking to get it past. And Brady, I thought, was absolutely going to hit the clip of the game off that pass. But Derek, not wanting to be one up, stands stoic, gets the save, keeps that 1-goal lead, and will bring it back downfield as well. Instinct B looking to go to series point in 2 games. Brady will try to bring it back the other way, and no, Convict there. Convict will be challenged out by Archangel. Brady going for another doink. Derek taking it over to the side is going to take time off the clock, bringing it closer to 30 seconds. Convict sending it down as well. Agonized Andy over to the corner. Tester has to make a decision. He will go onto the back wall to set up the clear. We'll go down to the final 20. Convict touch underneath. Derek looks to have called him off, trying to get the follow-up touch. Convict will be there to get it past Brady. Archangel downfield. Brady needs to get the doink. It'll be a bit of a fake. Agonized Andy back into defense. Archangel scooping it up, looking to get the pass over to the mid. He has the contact, he has the touch. It'll get called out for Brady. Tester will be there, has to turn. He sets it up, wanting to get it over to Archangel, but Derek will cut it off, and Convict will keep it alive. But for a moment, Instinct B will stay alive in regulation. No overtime in game number 2, but just as hard fought, just as close between these two teams. Instinct B moving up onto series point. Elon Car just a couple of bounces away from this. This very easily could be 2-0 the other way. They'll have an opportunity here in game 3 to try to bring those bounces their way. They were outshot again, but they matched on saves. They will have to work past that instinct possession. See if we get everyone into the lobby. Imagine we will. If anyone left, I'd be shocked. I've seen it happen, but I didn't think it would happen. Everybody's in. Everybody's ready for kickoff. Game number 3. Souls in chat calling in the reverse sweep. Spunky implying the reverse sweep as well. And Tarek says, you know, let's cut the chatter. We're not going to have any talk about that. 3 seconds in on the cheat on the kickoff. Instinct B find the back of the net. They look to press the advantage early. bit more neutral kickoff to start for the second kickoff of Game 3. We will ultimately go to possession of Instinct B. Elon Car Sub-Par trying to get out of their half. They're getting there to the first touches, but Instinct B, they're pouncing fairly well on the follow-up coming out of the midfield. They are rotating back a little bit deeper than you would think with how quickly they've been able to get to the ball, but they've been so confident on their challenges. And once they commit to it, they really have been flying straight at it. Speaking of, Agonized Andy getting a great pass upfield, Convict collecting and sending it on, coming out of their own half. Andy utilizing the ceiling. He's coming up from underneath. He'll send it straight down with a little bit of aid. Not even 40 seconds here into game number 3. Instinct B with a 2-goal lead. 2-0 in the series, 2-0 in the game, but Elon Car Sub-Par, they're going to come flying back. Tesser onto the back wall. Brady is going to get the bouncer, and Brady will put Elon Car on the board. Still 46 seconds burned. That is it. Both these teams come swinging at each other. This time, the orange trio taking advantage of the back wall. Plays that start to get more and more involved, more common as the ranks increase. You start lobbing it up and looking for either the dunk afterwards, either the double touch off the person playing it, or the follow-up play. All of that communicated based on where the defense is. Another example of a solid passing play trying to get up over to Tester. This is an example of the concepts that are starting to come into play into Tier 3. Once the consistency gets there, these players, I'm sure, are going to take a big leap in rank. They're already playing very well for a Tier 3 matchup. We still have plenty of time here in game number 3. It may be the last game of this series, may not. It all depends if Elon Car Sub-Par can pick up their first win of this best of 5. They are down for the moment. They'll look to try to bring it upfield. Brady will look to try to get that over to Tester. Bit of a hiccup in the passing play. Archangel will do well to keep it away from Andy, but the follow through. Tester picking up the save. Convict still there, looking to leave it for Agonized Andy. He'll pinch off over to the midfield boost. Archangel up very early, puts it onto the back wall. Brady's gonna be there. Brady following through. Brady upper right corner will get the equalizer. Another lob up. Brady will be the recipient of. Elon Car absolutely continuing to fight as they look to try to keep the series alive. Instinct B will be able to press a bit of an advantage here. Well, Brady taking quick flip of the field. Brady setting up, but Convict gets a touch on it, but not enough to get it off over to the side. He was trying to get it over to the other corner, but Brady past one, cuts past another, and just enough of a hold up on the back end of that shot for Brady to get it in past Convict. Elon Car, after giving up the first 2 goals, have rattled off 3 unanswered. Look to potentially get a 4th after the battle in the midfield after the kickoff. Tesser, a bit of a heavy touch, will be picked up by Convict. We'll get the steal on it, past Archangel. Brady downfield. Archangel not there to receive the pass. Derek will instead. Derek looking for the follow-up. Will have an opportunity, maybe a doomsy, maybe a pass. It looks like he went for the doomsy, but also the fake. The shot will not quite be there. Agonized Andy looking to throw in a little bit of a cucks action. A triple commit on the defense from Elon Car. Will go back into a transitional offense. Agonized Andy is going to have to pick up that save quickly. The cut through in the mid as well. Brady taking to the sky. Seems to be dangerous for the defense. The slowdown. Brady out of the back wall. Archangel wants it. And Tester that one time a touch too far back, defending the over the top lest there be a lob from Instinct B. The Elon Car Sub-Par, they're going to look to set up for another offensive push. Unless Convict can get past 1, cannot get past 2. Archangel will do a little bit of the work to try to get this centered. Derek's looking for the read onto Tester. Elon Car Sub-Par much more offensively minded here in Game 3 that we saw. The mistouch may be dangerous. 2 back in the defense. Derek looking to make it a moot point. Won't be able to get the full pinch. Agonized Andy may be able to, but Brady getting the read off that bounce. Convict an opportunity as the ball being played out of that corner over and over. Convict is just going to go ahead and demo Brady to throw off that transition. Archangel is going to get the drop down over to Tester. This one a touch high. Brady is going to go for the shot. Convict saves. Agonize Handy doing everything they can to stay in frame, to stay in front of the ball. The last of the teammates will step up and pick up the saves, but with just over a minute to go, they need one more to get the equalizer as they hunt for the sweep, but they are down. Derek will conserve the boost, goes for the timing on that challenge, but Archangel coming through, drops it mid, gets past Convict. Archangel will be able to cut it back in. They will, but Convict picking up the Savior medal. As he'll look to take it downfield as well. Derek taking out Brady, but Tester dives in, looking to slow down the Instinct transition. Tester taking Derek. There's so many demos happening off screen. Both these teams are getting aggressive. They're pushing. They're trying to break past each other. 30 seconds left. There may be an opportunity here for Instinct. They're downfield. Brady will slow it down. Saves a little bit of boost. Needs to get it past Derek, and will pick up the boost in process. Pass 1. Needs pass 2. Agonize Andy will take out Brady before they can make it 3. Tester will let this drop as well. Derek, plenty of boost. Not much so for time. We'll slow this down. Andy downfield. Brady. This one might be a little bit awkward. Instinct B may be able to work with it. Challenge by Derek goes off to the side. Archangel looking to guide this one to turf, but spikes it up. And Derek will go for the catch. Needs to take it to the back wall. Zeros on the clock. Tester is going to put this one near a target. Ultimately did not need a goal, just needed it to hit the ground. They will do just that. Elon Car Sub-Par take game number 3 to keep the series alive. I also feel that intellect, which is why I don't solo queue anymore. It's rough out there. The big difference here is the offense coming out from Elon. 10 shots. Instinct still picked up 6 and 4 saves in the process, but Elon Car Sub-Par picking up 10 shots and 5 saves. Brady this time with the hat trick. Archangel had the last one for Elon Car. Instinct B, a little bit of a bump in the road in terms of getting a sweep. They will have an opportunity to gentleman sweep if they take game number 4. If Elon Car Sub-Par can come back and take game number 4 as well, we'll be heading back to Champions Field. They don't want to put the cart before the horse. Though they will set up some offense early on. Tester downfield. Archangel, it may be a beneficial bump from Derek. He was able to stay back up in the vicinity. Derek this time, no bumps necessary. Slow plays it past to Brady, but Archangel with a strip goes into the back wall. Touch off to the side. May see a challenge coming in and will get knocked out of harm's way by the Instinct B defense. Brady looking to take another swat at it as well. Elon Car, they have seen the difference when they start getting aggressive. They start going for these challenges. They end up coming away with that win in game 3. Again, every game has been incredibly close between these two teams. Only one goal separating them in each of them. Elon Car looking to, at worst, tie the goal differential in this series as they try to get back through. Instinct B looking to try to pick up the winning ways of games 1 and 2, but they're going to have to work back from their only corner. Will get knocked out of the way. Imagine playing RL when you could watch these cars. I like to cast and watch because these players are all better than me. And I like to feel part of something good. And also, I will agree, solid car designs in this lobby. Cannot deny that one bit. Or, Spunky, you could be watching like F1 or something and be debating me right now. It's totally possible. About the 95-second mark. Still 0-0. Elon Car Sub-Par. The trips to offense have come away without too much. This one might bear some fruit. Bouncing off the wall, but Archangel skies it. And a double commit up on the offense as well. This is going to be a transition for Instinct B. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it will. And Convict getting the play. And he will sneak it inside that far post. Set up from the outlet pass. Agonized to Derek to Convict. And will put Instinct B in the lead in the first 2 minutes of game number 4. The Fennec. I got you. I've been seeing some decent Fennecs in IGL matches lately. Credit where credit is due. I don't personally like it, but you know, I'll give the designs kudos. And I will not ask about the snap streaks. Yeah. I need to get the chat overlay for the YouTube later. We'll figure that out. We're not going to worry about it right now. We're going to worry about this game. Another pass coming in. Cannot quite make contact. Brady will flip out of the way. A little bit dangerous. Gets demoed. Tester's going to have to come back, but Convict will be there first. Instinct B opening up the lead. In the game number 3, they took the 2-0 lead. Elon Car Sub-Par able to get 3 unanswered. But Instinct B did that in the first 44 seconds of game number 3, if I recall correctly. Elon Car had a little bit more time to work with. Now only half of game 4 to come back from that deficit. Try to bring us to game number 5. Will look to potentially do so early. Archangel with the aid of the post gets the rebound in. Will cut the lead to 1. Agonized Andy trying to make the play out of the corner, but the ceiling running a little bit of muck on the clear attempt. And Archangel willing to send it, willing to dive in on the play. Elon Car Sub-Par looking to fight back. Instinct B still playing calm and confident. They're going to limit mistakes, really, which is true of any level of Rocket League. That'll be huge if they can keep it deliberate and not cede possession too terribly much. They keep getting passing plays like that. Nearly there, Brady. This time, this one will be a little off to the side. The quick turnaround from Archangel. Convict taking the turn out of the defense, getting it past the attacking Tester. Derek following through. This one's going to be on target. Archangel caught, going for boost. And Derek taking advantage, sending it in from midfield. It'll collect what became a pass from Convict as he was trying to send it up. And Derek just catching the defense off guard. Getting that 2-goal lead back for Instinct B. Archangel looking to fight right back into it. He already did it once. This time maybe a little bit more flashy coming through. Will be cleared out. Tester on the challenge as well. Convict slowing down the Elon Car rotations. We'll get challenged coming across that midfield boost as well. Archangel and Convict coming from a non-traditional angles on that challenge. Did look to have a brief. You go first. No, you go first. We are down to 85 seconds left. 3-1 in favor of Instinct B in the game. 2-1 in the series. A minute and change away from taking the series in 4 games, unless Elon Car can pick up a couple of goals. That'll be just to force overtime. They'll need at least 3 for the win. Potentially 4. Derek with the challenge. Archangel will get the save onto the back wall. They will have to get out of their own half quickly. Challenged up. Convict looking for the shot. Will not make contact. Archangel with a full boost. Looking to rotate back around. Agnes Andy pouncing. And we'll get tangled up with Brady. It's Elon Car Sub-Par. They're getting pressured back into the zone. They're having uncomfortable challenges. Instinct B, they're coming in. Very awkward timing. Not even full ego challenges, but awkwardness abounds. And Convict will be the beneficiary of a little bit more awkwardness. It's Archangel looking to try to bring it back. That bounce off of the back wall. It's catching a little bit off guard. Archangel about a car length too far into the field. And will set up an unfortunate own goal. So we approach the final 30 seconds. Wouldn't be surprised if we start to see Elon Car Sub-Par start to pull goalies, start to bring the house. You can see it there. Tester elevating up early. Archangel wanting to get the read. Brady an opportunity. And he'll get the bounce off of the corner. Derek won't make contact. Archangel is facing the other way and will be pinched out by the defense. That clear certainly will be enough to kill enough time. There will be 10 seconds left. Archangel bringing it down. Challenged by Agonized. And this one will be going in 4 games to Instinct B. Bit of a joint effort to keep the ball alive. Convict sending it back, but ultimately ball hitting the ground. Instinct B taking the series. A hard-fought match. Ultimately, the bounces going the way of the trio in blue. They take the week 1 victory. Again, in a hard-fought match. Be one of those series that it's going to be... You don't want to say it. I'd say one of the more of like good stuff to learn from, because there's a lot of highs in that series. There's a couple of lows. I'm not going to deny that. But Elon Car Sub-Par will have an opportunity to bounce back as the season goes on. Instinct B also the very strong start as they get off on the right foot and pick up a dub here in week number 1. We'll get the predictions out for everybody. We'll get that out. Agonize Andy. GG's. thanks for popping into the stream as well. Congrats on the win. It was a very solid matchup. I look forward to seeing how the circuit goes for both of these squads. We said Elon Car Sub-Par, it was the third time that we've seen them on stream here. And Instinct B, I recognize the names. I feel bad if I'm not remembering if you've been here before, but hopefully y'all will be back. Excited to see how it goes. Becky Esports coming soon. That is true. That comes up next, Mason. Before we head on over to that, thank you everybody for tuning in for the previous matchup. Captains, you will get an email asking for feedback, asking to kind of like review and stuff for the cast. I'd appreciate it if you would fill it out. It helps me get a little bit better every time I try to improve the production, improve my casting and such. And you can either catch it the VOD here or up on YouTube once I get it uploaded. So very much appreciated. Thank you for having me.